Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, good evening, race fans. Welcome to live tonight here at Richmond Speedway under the lights tonight here at RSR Racing League. Definitely cannot forget about our pole sponsor tonight, Sheffield Graphics. And your eyes aren't deceiving you here, folks, tonight. As you see up on the ticker, you're seeing the team. And what has happened is Ryan tonight in the league, he actually put in a lot of the team names instead of the actual driver's names. So it's showing up the team names, and so we're gonna have a little fun here tonight with that. So Sheffield Graphics pole winner tonight, Team Dumbledorks. So that's hey Corey, what do you think?
Yeah, man, we're gonna have some fun tonight with the broadcast. I already got the names pulled up. The pole sitter tonight, his real name, instead of Team Dumbledorks, he goes by Zach Schreitnell. And his outside pole sitter here tonight. And by the way, this is Kansas Speedway, unlike what Joe just said.
My bad, yeah, my bad. Kansas Speedway, I'm awful weak, man. I was thinking about something else. My bad.
I'm trying to find 59 car. He is, well, Team Who Me. We don't know who me is, but we're gonna figure this one out later on.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Kansas here. Well, Toto ain't here, so good to go. Hoping no tornadoes fly through. Well, we're looking for lap 40 for our first stage, and after that, another 40 laps will be lap 80, and then obviously we have last one. Fuel, 55%, 4 additional tires here tonight, and as Corey, hang on a second. All right, back. Sorry about that. Go here to my broadcast quick. And you said the Kansas race, yeah, okay, so it's going to be 20 for the stage winners, 25 to the winner. Now, are they doing it the caution limits? Because I don't see that on there like before with the OR Central. I remember in the past there, Corey, they did the, you know, certain incident limits and whatnot. So.
Yeah, this tonight they just straight up, if you win a stage, you get some cash. If you win the race, you get some cash. Max you can possibly earn tonight is $65. So if you win all stages tonight, you could walk away pretty happy. As I never did find a name for this number 59, so we're just gonna go Team Who Me on the outside pole here tonight. Get set to go green. Green flag is out. Boogity, 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 boys. Green flag. Zach with the early lead for Team Double Dorks, and Team Who Me right behind him with, I think 29 is Curtis Preston there, right behind for Team SJR. They head out turn number 2. They are going to be about side by side from the second row on back. Zach on his own out front as Curtis sends it in turn number 3 on the bottom. Ooh,
Three
got a caught.
Oh, now let's see what that is. Team Clutch.
What number for Team Clutch?
Team Clutch would be number 11.
I do believe that would be a Matthew Rush in the number 11 car tonight. He came down on the 34 of what is known as Nolan Potter, which tonight he's gone as
Got 34
Team
Clifton.
Dumbledore.
Looks like not too much damage.
No, it didn't look that bad. It does look like he did toe after the hit.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, they're caution there. So that's going to bring up our OR Central caution for the night. First one. Give a good shout out to those guys, man. It's OR Central. Appreciate them, man, coming on board here. Title sponsors here tonight. So, any kick out of some of these names, though. We got the Team Who Me, SJR,
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore one's really, I like that one. That one's good. Flyboy, Ray-Ban, Zab, Butch. What's up, Potter? How you doing out there?
And we got this guy out there called Arca.
Yeah, Kevin and Park. They're out there. Well, good start there. I mean, kind of a fast track here at Kansas. I've always known Kansas to be kind of like a one-style track, though.
Yeah, it used to be a one-groove track, and then they added the whatever package this is for the Cup Series with the 550 horsepower, and it opened up at least an extra groove, if not two.
Oh, nice. Hey, what's up, Sam? How you doing out there? The ESBN broadcast. Thank you, man. Well, what else do you think we're going to see here tonight, man?
Hopefully a lot of green flag laps. Typically, you don't get too many cautions here at Kansas.
Got a lot of room here. That's another thing. A lot of room to maneuver.
We do got word here that 59 is Travis Everett, and the 069 is ARCA driver that is substituting for somebody. His name is Rusty Modesty.
Okay.
Now we got names to the numbers.
Yeah. Well, Corey's got a list of the drivers over there. I got a list of all the spotters. Hey, guys, watching first time. His first race with the league. I'm betting he gets a top 10. Casey Kuntz, number 32. So we'll see who the 32. I gotta look through the thing here. Who's the 32 out there? Whose team's Casey Kuntz?
I'm not even seeing a 32 out on the track.
I don't either, but well, is Casey Kuntz here?
$31 Casey Kuntz.
Okay, 31 Casey Kuntz. Who's his team?
Ray-Ban.
Team Ray-Ban? What was 31? Yep, he's right there. And 14. There we go. Get a good shot of him. He's got the Yingling car out there. A long caution here.
Yeah.
Not as long. Yeah, he's in the 31 there, Paul. In the 31. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're live tonight here in the caution for the first time. RSR Racing League, and been a good season so far. You know, I've enjoyed it there. Wow, you fun. Corey, I had some good racing, man, throughout. I mean, still got a lot of good racing here left at the series, and good paint jobs out there too. Got any out there you painted?
He's out there tonight. The 68 car. He's running in the 7th place right now. Andrew Little.
That's right, Andrew. That's right.
No, he's been having some problems with custom numbers not showing up recently, so...
There's a couple guys out there like that. I was, somebody else out there with a black car. I noticed he was having a little trouble with the number on the side not showing up, and I told him before. And also sometimes with those numbers, like, the numbers that he might have on the car might not show up in what iRacing is. Sometimes that's the custom number thing, too.
Yeah, but I helped him out one day, and just never could get it figured out.
He was an expert painter, man. Come on now. Supposed to be like professional. We going single file? Old school? Fall asleep on me over there?
No, I just got a food delivery.
Oh, yeah. Hoagie sandwich. Hoagie sandwich.
No, I got Arby's. Greek guy. They're about to go green.
Going green. Back at it. Team SJR out front. I'll just say SJR. We'll leave that. Old Dumbledore's right there behind him. Another SJR machine there. And who me? Sitting in fourth. Kevin hanging on the field. I will say it's the first for me I think I've ever done. Well, actually, no. I did a broadcast once before that was all just team names. It was a road race, though, so that makes sense. This is the first NASCAR race I've ever done with just kind of team names out there.
First for everything.
Absolutely. We got a battle going on back here at 8th, 9th place spot. Good one happening right there. Ow.
Yeah, you got Andrew Little right there in 68. You got Nolan Potter in 34 right there, and 52 is going to be Nathan Campbell.
Mm-hmm. Guys been tearing it up side by side right now.
Yeah, and it's I expect that for early race of Kansas being at a mile and a half and full throttle almost around here.
You know, when you mentioned earlier, you know, used to here it was more of a top style groove race, but they done the repave and redone here on iRacing and in real life. It has for the most part, early on, until it gets maybe a long green flag run and tires start wearing out. For the most part, like you said, it's got a little bit more racier than what it used to be. You know, you can go side by side, kind of multi-groove. I feel like if it goes long green flag, maybe it eventually will become a single groove. But, you know, early on, it's pretty good racing.
Yeah, and you're seeing these drivers who are running the bottom right now, and as the run goes on and your tires start to wear down, you may want to move that car up to the high side, like you're seeing a couple guys already doing, especially up front there, as we got a pretty good battle for the lead between Curtis Preston and Zach Streitnell, Team Dumble Dorks and Team SJR.
Absolutely, and it looks like SJR is going to take it. And you know, if you said that Team Dumble Dorks real fast, you might end up saying Dumb Dorks. That's I'm gonna chuckle out of that one. That would be my team name. Bunch of dummies. I could put like Team Wrecker.
Oh, here you see the 64 of Austin Derbyshire for Team Who Me. He's looking on the inside of Zach right now for that second place.
So I think what you're starting to see now is guys that, you know, maybe want to, and you see a lot of them starting to travel up there to the wall, like you said. They started down low, but now's the point where the tires, they'll start talking to you. They'll start be like, okay, to get a little worn. Because you're starting to see those cars kind of travel up the track now. You're trying to get them down low. They start off low, but they end up kind of pushing towards the top of the track now.
Yeah, and like you may even get a guy, if you can get a good enough gap in front of the guy, you could possibly pull a slide job here, which is not something you typically see at an asphalt track. Usually those are reserved for the dirt tracks, but you may see a couple of slide jobs here tonight.
And you see like the top two guys are way up there against the wall, and then the third place gentleman right there, the Who Me man, he's going to hang it down low. Just trying to, you know, travel around the track, see what he can get, maybe, you know, figure out a place that he needs to be. Now you see them all four go up against the wall. Riding here on board with SJR, number 5th place man. He's hanging down low there for a moment. But you can see there, guys are just kind of searching, and there's a battle for, like a battle for third.
Yeah, it's battle for third right now between a couple of the Who Me's and the Kevin.
Kevin. It's a good race though, man, so far. You know, and I'm surprised right now for what I'm seeing, as these guys are just like on top of each other there, and actually an outstanding battle for around about 4th, 5th, or 6th. But you can see a lot of good passing going on so far. You know, getting side by side.
Yeah, plenty of side by side. That ain't gonna be a problem all night. As they almost make contact net code wise right there, coming down to the start finish line. 14 in that 6 car being scored as a 9 car tonight.
Now that 14, is that the new guy, Lewis?
The GT Isri guy.
Yeah, remember last week, man, you know, the new guy here in the league, and we were talking about him, and boy, he almost pulled off the win last week.
Yeah, he's really impressing me right now, running top 5. That's about right where he wants to be all night. It's where he stayed at last week before almost stealing that win. So I expect him to do pretty good here tonight if he continues what he's doing, as he's looking on the bottom of the number 6 as you see on the track. Kevin.
Yeah, we can't take it. Last week it was pretty much just pitch strategies that kind of just out-hearted him there last week, because he definitely had a fast machine. Thought he might be able to reel it in, but right now, outstanding job there sitting in 5th, but a good battle along with him and Kevin in the wall.
Yeah, that will hurt the car a little bit.
Who's that coming up on behind him?
Travis, the 59 of Travis. He's now coming up in the mix along with Andrew Little. He's looking to come up in the mix there for the top 3.
Kevin's not done yet. That 14 machine, he's gonna fire back on the outside.
Yeah, new guy is making that bottom work pretty good for himself right now, and Kevin's just hanging with him on the high side even after hitting that wall.
Yeah.
As you see, new guy just sliding up behind Kevin on the straightaway. He might want to think about coming back up to the high side and sticking right there in 5th.
Well, and I think high side, like you just mentioned right there, I think the high lane is a place to be, you know, as far as the fastest way around the track, and I think that's what we're going to see later on the run as the green flag runs go. But you've got to explore down low. I mean, just everybody, if they take the high lane, obviously they're going to take the best lane away from you. Got a good battle back here around 10th place spot, though.
Yeah, that's a pretty good battle back here for 10th. Got the number 4 there. That would be typically Brock Potter. The 38 would be James Cotron. The 52 there would be Nathan Campbell. You got 25 of Christopher Taruk. The 89 sneaking on in there, Sean Smith.
Yeah, that's a battle, like I say, from 10th all the way back to about 16th, 17th. It's got a lot of cars going side by side right now, so good up and down battles throughout the field here. Gotta love it under the lights here at Kansas Speedway. I got the Richmond.
Probably their ARCA race.
Yeah, might have. Did an ARCA race earlier on, didn't they?
Yeah, I was part of that.
When?
I didn't. I wrecked.
All right then. Well, there you go, folks. That's why he's calling and not racing.
No, I didn't wreck. I hooked bumpers with a guy.
Well, that means you see. That's even worse. You should have just left it at Iraq. In other words, you wrecked somebody.
I don't see him currently out there right now, but
Oh Lord.
it would have been Harold Watkins that I hooked bumpers with and sent around on the white flag, so it was worth that.
Gee. I hear you. 3 wide, man. You see the 22 machine right there. On 15th place, man. He made that thing 3 wide, just shot right by him. That's the Buzz Lightyear machine. That guy said to infinity and beyond, and he made it work.
Yeah, he seen me do that earlier at Richmond, and now he's learned how to pass around
Whew.
people. Just send it on deep.
He did. Here comes the 89. And what I'm kind of seeing right now is it looks like some guys up top, they get that momentum, but then the inside guy, they're able to run it down in our end of turn, but the middle off, it's just not where the inside groove is at. Middle off is the high lane there, so you just can't get that car to rotate coming off the turn.
No, you just can't. If you run the very, very bottom in the corner, you can't get as much momentum off the bottom as top side does. If you run the middle, you almost got to make the high side guy a lift by side drafting. As you see, I don't know, that's pit stops. Pit stop.
Yeah, now, here's, I'm kind of curious on some of these pit stops here. Tire-wise, they should have enough tire to go to the stage. Remember, they've got 4 sets, so, you know, even if you did stage 1, 2, 4 tires, you're going to have two sets by the end. And it looks like a lot of these guys are going to go with just tire stops here.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. Going with 4 tires right now, and like 27 laps in, you had a caution on that. Took up about 5 laps or so, so you haven't really got 20 laps on these tires. You took tires now, that could come back to haunt you later on. Well, the way I would do it is stage 1, stage 2, 4 tires, and then
if cautions came out
at
at
the
the
end.
end, or if cautions came out, like I said, after the you know, after the last stage, you've got 2 sets there, so. See what number 2 machine here does. He's on pit road. Most everybody on pit road now has, most have took 4 tires. There's one there looked like they only took 2, and another 2 look like they just took fuel. But the number 2 machine's on pit road, and he's taking tires. So, kind of, not to say anything about the team name, but dumbfounded on why they would take tires. Because you're about to have a stage caution here soon.
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing for me. I mean, I don't know how bad the tires are really wearing for these guys.
Yeah.
But even then, I still would have taken tires.
Let's, well, you know, just interesting sake here. Let's go back to the number 16 car, which would actually be the first one who took tires. Wait a minute, excuse me. Kevin took 4 tires at lap 29. He was the first one to look at lap 29 here. And look at the lap time he might be putting down. Because our leader right now, his last lap was a 32.086. Second place guy ran a 31.76. Right about in that area. See what Kevin runs when he crosses the line here. Now he's a little bit of traffic. That don't tell us anything. I'm out of pits. We'll have to wait one more lap here. But I'm kind of curious.
The number 2 ran a 31. The number 2 ran a 31.8.
2.
Right there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah. And well, and also the number 25 who came at the same time. A 29.99 or a 30.009. So you're looking at roughly, give or take, about a second, about around another second and a half. Time difference between the tires there and all, and obviously you got to look too. Now you're marred in a lot of traffic, a lot of traffic. You see the 25 just having to go around a lot of them. I just really, I'm kind of puzzled on what it's to me just don't seem worth taking the tires. No, it just doesn't really seem worth it.
No, it doesn't. And I don't know if the 34 there has fresh tires or not, but he just got put down a lap down.
Look, he came into pits. He actually came into pits at lap 27, but he only had a 9-second stop. So I'm gonna take. He pretty much probably just put fuel in now, and that's the thing too. Fuel, yes, but we do know that. You know, by the chart that we've got, it says they can approximately 34 laps, but you know and I know they sometimes can stretch it further. And we'll be able to see here, you know, soon. Well, actually, we're at lap 35, so we know, and our leader has yet to come into pits. So if he doesn't come into pits here in this next lap or 2,
I think he's coming in right now.
Okay. So that kind of tells us lap 34, 35, somewhere in that area. Fuel. We'll watch his pit stop just to see if he actually takes tires too. I'd splash and go this thing to make it to the stage, come back in, get tires, or where he's sitting at. Maybe on his pit stop it wouldn't be too bad to take tires because he's only gonna be about 3 laps out. Like he's taking just.
Yeah.
Yep, fuel only. So I'm back to, because none of the guys who took tires have flip-flopped around to the top yet. And what's going to happen, you got to look actually at the number 2 machine there.
You got a caution on here.
Caution out. That's actually probably going to do. I don't know. That's going to be close to doing our stage right there.
That should be.
That'll
bring us to the end. I'm pretty sure that'll bring us to the end of the stage.
Yeah, it should bring us to the, like you, but Or Central title sponsor for caution here tonight. Now I'm gonna tell you what, who that benefits there, Andrew Little. was yet to come in for his pits. Now, obviously, he doesn't want to run out of fuel. Precaution here. But who that might not benefit.
Yeah, it might not benefit the 29 of Curtis Preston. Well, it will benefit him because he just came in for field.
Yeah.
It might not.
He didn't go a lap down. He didn't go a lap down, did he?
No, he didn't go a lap down, but it hurts him as in he ain't going to be able to pick up the stage win and get those 10 points in a playoff.
True, yeah. Now he's going to get a little bit of points because I think he's, top 10, but it's just interesting because, see, now with this caution a little bit earlier than what the stage was, I'm just still kind of wrapping around why the other guys, because are they going to stay out on the tires that they put on? Or are they going to come back down and put more tires on? Then you pretty much have wasted that other set because you've only got about 5 or 6 laps on them. Yeah,
if you put tires on, you'd probably come in and top off on the field, I'd have to
about
guess.
10 laps. About 10 laps. Really, you know, the guys who put tires on really just did not gain anything in a nutshell at all. I mean, at all. And you see, here comes the 29 back on pit road, and obviously he's going to put 4 tires on it. Why not? He just filled it up. So, what would have really been good if he would have, you know, ultimately if he would have put, now, really would have benefited him if he would have put tires on that thing on his pit stop. Probably would have cycled him back around to the lead because he wouldn't have had to come back down pit road. But yeah, there you go. You do see the 2 machine. He just comes down to fill it up fuel wise. So here's going to be an interesting thing to look out for here as this next stage runs on. Is everybody was on top of each other. But now we're going to have guys on new tires and guys on like 10 lap old tires. How is that going to affect them as the run goes on?
I think we're going to have to at least get 10 laps in before we see if any of the guys with older tires can hang with the guys with the slightly newer tires. But it is Kansas, and it really ain't the track that is known to wear tires out like a lot of other mile and a halves. It's pretty smooth out there, and you can
so then, all right, well, let me throw this out to you then. Because that's interesting what you said there, and let me throw this out at you as a driver, because you know you probably drove the track. I haven't drove the newer style Kansas mile.
I haven't driven it either.
And you throw it out with what you just said there, because that is interesting that you brought that up. Then why would the guys earlier have put tires on, knowing that they're not? Because we saw the drop off wasn't that huge. About a second and a half, 2, not even quite a 2. So I'm still puzzled. But like you said, we'll see whether or not that 10 lap or 12 lap difference is going to hurt them when we go back green.
And another thing, if you went a lap down during that pit cycle, like we're seeing a lot of these guys being scored a lap down, whether they were ahead of I don't think a lot of them were ahead of the leader when they had the pit stop, so they're going to stay stuck a lap down, and that puts a lot of the good guys, like the 14, he's stuck a lap down. And you've seen him up running top 5. He's got a lot of cars. He's got a battle for a lucky dog if we can catch a caution.
And you know what? One of the reasons why is his pit stop was 1:11. I wondered if he had a penalty.
He must have.
Actually, he's got, wait a minute, no, he's got damage on the side of that car. I wonder if he took some option. Right side, a little bit of damage. He must have touched the wall somewhere.
Oh, he pain-kicked the wall. That's more than a little there, Joe. That's a pain.
I can't see most of it. I only see just the front fender. Oh, I can't see the sides.
But even still, like, wasn't 52 up there running top 10 wise?
Oh, 52 machine. I don't know about the 52. He might have been, yeah. So a lot of interesting things going on, folks. I'm just trying to kind of follow Corey here, where he tells me the driver numbers. All I'm seeing. So, looking on my end, and but we're under caution here for the Ore Central caution tonight, and it's actually for our stage 1 also here, and the jet man out there actually would be Andrew Little. I know that because for his paint job, I know who that is. Getting set to go back to green flag. Well, Andrew Little winning.
Picked up $20.
Yeah, picked up $20, man. $20. Now he man. Spending on another paint job.
There you go.
See? So, there. Just made you $20. Andrew, if you're listening, Corey says he wants to paint you another paint. He knows you got money. Green flag. We're back racing.
Back green. Andrew, he got a pretty good jump there on Matt Opbrock in the number 16 car, and you got 17 right behind. Looking on the outside, that would be Mr. He told me his name, Kevin Zab. Kevin Zab. I'm going with Kevin Zab.
Talking about third place?
Yeah, the 17 car. He's now jumped his way up to.
Oh,
second.
yeah, Zab. Yeah, Team Zab. That's what it, so I guess it would be Zab, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting here, though, Kevin sitting right there in third.
There is another Kevin.
He pitted in lap 29 with 4 tires, so we'll see what he actually can do, how fast he is and how fast he hangs on there. So what you're seeing right behind him, though, is you are seeing some of the guys who pitted earlier, and actually we got some guys out here like the number 2 machine there. Remember, he pitted earlier, he only got fuel. See how well he's holding up, and I just think those 10 lap or almost 13 lap older tires are just gonna fade.
Yeah, those 10 lap older tires are just gonna hurt the longer this stage goes through, and probably by about lap 60 at least you're gonna see all the ones that have the 10 more lap newer tires than the rest are going to be up at the front.
Yeah. Have to keep an eye on it here and see what we got there. Back here a little bit. A lot of good racing going on around about 13th, 14th place spot. Nice run throughout the whole entire field. Got like battles all over the place.
Yeah, ooh, Michael Hero up in the wall in the number 7 car. He was running in that big pack back there for top 12. Or actually, that ain't even top 12. That's a lot of guys that lap down.
Yeah, it is.
We
got Arca out there. We got Arca.
I like the Arca.
Arca.
His real name would be Rusty Modesty.
Oh yeah, well he ain't got no team in front of his. It's just Arca.
It's Arca.
He says heck with the team part. I'm just Arca.
Well, this series they run teams. You got the Cup teams, which is where you're seeing all the team names, and then they run an ARCA series, and you can have a driver that's full-time ARCA, and it can be a reserve driver.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So he's subbing in for somebody that missed out on on a
Okay.
race tonight.
Hey, what's up, Dwight? How you doing out there? It says Braswell Cup. Is that like somebody called Braswell?
I don't know. But as we go up front, we got a four-way battle for the lead. You got Curtis Preston on the bottom. He made work down in turn number 4 as Kevin Zab is falling back behind him. It's one hoot of a battle. Kevin just shoving it down on the bottom down in turn number 1, and he's got a slide job out of turn 2 on Curtis.
Yeah, and what's happening up here is you got a lot of the guys up front that are actually on those newer tires as opposed to a couple of them back there behind them on the older tires, and you just saw that pass for the lead. SJR takes it out front of the 29 machine over the 17, but he's going to fight back on the outside.
Yeah, they're just tossing sliders back and forth. And this is Kansas. This is an asphalt track. You ain't supposed to do this, boys. Scott Taylor, he's all the way up in the 3rd now in that number 24 for Team Clutch.
And he pitted out there too. Got him 4 tires on that last stint of the caution here. So all these guys up here, but it is a good side by side, door to door battle. And I think what you're seeing now too, that number 9 machine there behind him of Kevin. Remember, he rumbled to the front there early, but now you're starting to see those tires. Remember, he pitted at lap 29. He's not coming to the front, and he's fading, and those top 3 are just going to start walking away slowly.
Yeah, very slow at that. As long as he can keep up in the draft, the draft is kind of helping him more than the tires are at this point.
Yep. Another thing, keynote here too, Corey, this place is not, even though we are seeing some good passing, it's not an easy place to pass here because you got to look throughout the whole entire field from first all the way back to 35th. Everyone ran in the 31 lap times and pretty much there. So all these guys are within, heck, I'm looking, they're not even within a second or maybe about a half second of each other. What that tells you is you're not really going to see anybody come flying through the field, to the front, because it's just everybody's running those times so close, and it's just a difficult place to pass. Now, that said, I feel like maybe track position might be another thing we need to talk about. How's that going to factor in as the end of the race comes on?
Yeah, you want to be at least within the top 5 towards the end of the race. If we get a late caution, you're going to want that track position, as this track is almost, I consider this track like a miniature Talladega, miniature Daytona almost, the way the package is here with 550 horsepower and high downforce. And you see Kevin Zab smack the wall there. You can get a lot of drafting going.
You can. Got a good battle back here running about 14th place spot there. With the 59 machine, the 069, right there along with them. And you see, perfect example of what you're talking about, draft there, the 59 there. He just pulled up on the back end of the 69 machine. He had to let off a little bit because they're all both on the high side, but you see him coming out of the turn 4. We'll say this draft down the front stretch here, you're going to see him. He'll pull right up on the back bumper, kind of utilize that a little bit. So, yeah, definitely high speed here.
You're saying a lot of multi-groove still. We're almost 20 laps into the stage, and half the field still on those older tires, and other half on newer, and you're just saying it's miniature pack racing.
It is.
Like I said, miniature pack racing, and I love it.
Well, you got to also I'm looking at the times too. Last lap there, the leader out front in the 29 ran a 31:59 to, for Kevin out there who has the older tires, he actually ran a 31:60. Only 1/1000th of a second difference. Not a lot, but now over a course of time, obviously you can see the gap between them is about two seconds or so between those two, because as that number 29, he's checking out.
Yeah, Curtis he's always been good in this league, and he's checking out right now. And the rest of the field, he's got the car to beat tonight. As you see, Kevin making his way around the outside of Scott Taylor for second. He's going to get her done going down in car number 3.
Battle between these guys, man, here. So, see, and then we was also talking about back here earlier on the number 14 machine. Was a Lewis SJR machine. Yeah. Still stuck back in the 20th spot, and that kind of just reiterates what I was saying earlier. Just a hard place to pass. Not, coming through the field's just not going to be hard to do.
Yeah, and Lewis is the first car a lap down, so he's pretty well hoping he can stay that one first car a lap down, or at least catch a caution before pit cycles. And we get to the pit cycles, it could mess up with him being a lap down.
Could, absolutely. He's got to look into that right now, but leader out front there, the 29 machine there, the SJR team, is walking away pretty good. Now Kevin's actually over the pull. It looks like we got some pit stops happening. Some guys are like to want to come in. But Kevin's able to come up to second place right there, and I am impressed, I will say this, by the fact of how fast he is on, essentially 10, 11 laps, 10, 11 lap different tires.
It's really surprising me that he's 10 lap older tires, and we're 20 laps into stage 2, so he's got 30 laps on those tires right now, and he's at least running the same time, if not about similar, not close enough times as the leader.
And that goes back to what you said earlier there, maybe the tire wear is just not as huge. Then that takes me back to who's going to be the first one to do a 2-tire stop, because I think that will benefit here if we get some green flag stops later on in the race. Because what I'm seeing is track position and the times are huge.
Yeah, you could probably get away with 2 tires. If I haven't driven at Kansas in a while, but last time I took 2 tires at Kansas, it was pretty well loose. And you may not want to do that unless you can drive a real loose car around here and not wreck it.
Yep. All right. Good run so far throughout the field here. We're looking to stage 2. It's going to be lap 80. Stage 1 winner out there, Andrew Little. The battles throughout this field so far.
Yeah, there's a pretty good battle back here for 22nd. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of guys battling for position lap down. You never know. If that 14 were to get an incident point as soon as that caution came out, the 84 is the next car in line for the lucky dog. So you got to battle for every single spot. And the 84 and 89 are real tight-knit on each other. Okay, the 89 is the next car that would be a lap down. So you got to figure if that 14 gets an incident as soon as the yellow flag flies, 89 is in catbird seat for a lucky dog. Plus track position. You got to remember track position. If you can stay ahead of the leader for a caution and get a wave around, you're yourself on 1 lap down. You don't want to go 2 laps down. It just makes your night harder to get your laps back if you go 2.
That is. Man still dominating out front. And it looks like, though, Kevin on pit road taking 4 tires again. So he's going to stick with this strategy of, he really doesn't have a lot of choice, but stick with that strategy of pitting early with about 12 to 10, which really it hasn't hurt him, though. Now again, when we got that caution last time with about 3 laps before the stage, so it'd be interesting to see, if it goes all the way to the stage this time, because you 4 laps of that, it pretty much was pacing, so that actually kind of helped those tires a little.
Yeah, it definitely did help out tires on the pace laps. So, but this kind of brings in, he's almost got to running out of fuel for the next stage, and if I'm doing the math correct, he might be 4 laps short at the end of the race on fuel.
Well, you got to look too. We've got 60 laps. They're gonna have to. He's gonna have to extend it out somewhere on one of these runs in order to get it done. A lot of guys coming on pit road here.
Yeah, you're going to see the front runners stay out as long as they can right now and just take a splash of fuel like they did the last time. But what you don't want to do is be the first one on pit road on the lead lap and put yourself a lap down and a caution come out like we had on the first stage.
Absolutely. On that one. Good one so far here. That man right there out front, he's tearing it up right now.
Yeah, he is. He's 6 seconds ahead of his teammate. His teammate would be David Edwards in the number 95.
Going by him.
Arby's makes some bang up food, I can tell you that.
They do.
Shout out to Arby's. As the senior leader pulling pit red.
He did this last time. Watch his pit stop. See if he takes fuel. He just fuel last time. Now he's a little earlier this time than what he was last time, though. I think that's the same guy that came in last time.
Yeah.
He's about 5 laps earlier than what he was last time.
Yeah. The last time he had the first 5 laps under caution at the beginning of the race, so that might have helped out with fuel there.
So this actually falls in line to where our estimated was around about 34 laps or so. So as before, like I said, he went about 36 or 37, so he went what about 30 laps this time, 32. Kind of what we're seeing here. And I forgot, you're right, a lot of those drivers out there were able to save a little bit under that pit stop or caution early on.
Yeah, no doubt.
Leader coming in now, the number 24. On the hood of his
Scott
car.
Taylor, followed by
Whitetails.
Whitetails.
What that means? What that mean?
I don't know. It looks like an archery guy, so probably something to do with hunting.
We were close to overshooting his pit box there. Like fuel only for him too.
Yeah, same with the number 3. He's going to more than likely go fuel only. Here comes 16 and Matt Brock pulling in for his pit stop. That should cycle. Here we go. This is going to cycle Kevin to the lead.
Doesn't have. Now we're going to see. And I'm going to tell you what, though. Surprising. Very surprising. Kevin out front. Now we're seeing the big difference here. And tires is what I was about to get to. Is because remember, 29 machine there, he didn't take tires. He just took fuel. Kevin took tires. And Excuse me. Out front, though, the last lap was a 30.93 for Kevin. It was 31.74 for
Curtis.
29, yeah, Curtis 29 machine there. So that's the difference I was looking for earlier when it comes to tires. Now that should flip, because when the stage comes around, Kevin maintains and stays where he's at. Obviously, you know that 29 machine's coming down, taking tires.
Yeah, I'd almost bet, if I'm a betting man, I'd almost bet that Kevin comes in, pops off the field.
Yeah, and you're right. That's what he did the last time too. He went in, topped off fuel. But he is sticking to that plan with the tires, obviously. Now, and I know if Ryan's listening, I would have loved to have seen this race only have 3 sets of tires instead of the 4, because it's like what me and you were talking before the race. With the 4 sets, they could go 40-40, and then they only got 60 laps for the end. So obviously a lot of these guys are doing the stops that we talked about. It's one either right before the stage or on the stage, another one right there too with a set, and you've still got 2 sets of tires left, which is a lot of set of tires for 60 laps. And even if you had a slew of cautions, it really is a lot. I would have loved to have seen 3 sets, the amount of laps that we had, because I think it would have really managed that last 60 lap stop.
Yeah,
If a caution, if a caution came into the factor there, because actually now it really is. It's to the point now is really doesn't matter if a caution flies or not. You're still on, and like you said earlier, this place doesn't use tires as bad.
Yeah, they pretty well, they can split the final stage in half and take tires when they come in for the field 34 laps into it, and they got a tire set in the bank for a super late caution. But even then, tires in the bank may not even be what you want if you're up front.
And
a lot of guys stay out.
And we're seeing that on this track. That's the flip side of it too there, because we've actually seen guys take tires, and with the lap times, even with the lap times right now, everybody coming in, it's still, most everybody's running around the 31 mark. There's a few of them right there at the top 32s, but it's still not even a second splitting this field up time-wise. Gap-wise, yes, but time-wise, no. So we could maybe see a two-tire stop, maybe at the end to get that track position. Now, the only thing I would say that probably, we could even go more to the extreme. If they only had, let's say, 2 sets of tires, yellow flags out, that's going to bring us it should bring us up to our stage, and Kevin's going to win that one, or Central out. But even if, let's say, they only had 2 sets of tires, because we know these guys can go, they could go 40, 50 laps out here. And like what you said, that last stint would have been very, very interesting. And I think there's where you might have seen the tires might have played a huge factor. You might have seen a 2-tire stop on, let's say, like this stage, and then somebody would have took the other last 2 on the last set or something. So I don't know, just throwing it out there, interesting scenarios. But under our second stage caution here, Kevin's going to win it.
Pick up a $20 bill.
Yeah, 20 out there tonight. Good old Ore Central. Need a Nissan? Check out old Ore Central, man. I'll definitely get you hooked up.
If you're out in the Oklahoma area, that is.
Right, absolutely. So, Team Flyboy is going to come up in second here. Dumbledorks. I get a kick out of that name. Actually, we got pit stop.
Yeah, we got a couple of them pitting and a couple not pitting. And
I don't know why a couple of them would not. Well, actually, Kevin, kind of curious on the fact of, like you said, he probably would have came in and topped her off with fuel, but don't see it happening yet.
I think he was so far out ahead, he ain't behind the pace car, and it ain't allowing him to pit.
That's gonna hurt.
Ah,
Because now he's got to think about, all right, do I come in? Because I just still go off track position. To me, so crucial here. Because see, the number 29 machine, the more it comes in, the more he just keeps coming up. There in 6, he's already came in and made his pit stop. Put 4 tires on. Had a slow pit stop though, 18 seconds.
No, with the 29, did he not take fuel under this caution?
Remember, he came in right before about.
Yeah, he came in.
He came in and topped off fuel, but now he came back in here. Yeah, under this caution, he's came in and took 4 tires. Yeah, but his pit stop was 18 seconds. So I'm wondering if he just had a little mishap on pit road.
He probably took tires.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying his pit stop was 18 seconds. That's a slow pit stop.
Just the lug nut, Joe.
Aye. Or he could, like I say, he could have slid through his pit box a little bit, had to back up. You never know when watching it. Because most of the other guys, 14, 15 seconds before tires. Yeah, I think this move here, though, I think that pace car out front there is really probably going to put Kevin in a jam here. Especially if this thing goes out green. You know, we're not going to have any more cautions unless a caution happens on the track. And so far tonight, we've really only seen 1 incident. Most of the other cautions, I mean, yeah, technically the first stage was a caution came out, but it actually was a stage caution 2 at that. So really we haven't seen a lot of incidents going out here. Now Kevin's going to be buried in traffic. Seeing what that does to a guy like the likes of Lewis, who is yet to be able to get himself out of a hole. And I think that's going to hurt Kevin too. Let's see.
Yeah, but it ain't going to hurt as bad as what it's hurting Lewis with, as he's still going to be on the lead lap at the most part. So, but they're all on the same tires now and the same fuel strategy.
Yeah, so, and I saw that. Now, he had a slow pit stop too, 21 seconds. So that tells me he took. Yeah, now that means he took a set of his tires, which, again, kind of don't know what strategy he's on, but now he's maybe feels like he needs those 4 tires to get back up through this field, because he's going to be marred back in 14th. A lot of cars to pass. And if it goes green, let's just hypothetically say this thing goes green all the way out. That means it's going to be a green flag stop. And you know and I know with green flag stops, that does nothing but just split the field up even more. So it'll be interesting to see what guys up front do. And when they pit, if we do see a 2-tire stop, or we see a 4-tire stop, or heck, if we see somebody just try to gamble and say, you know what, I'm going to take my tires on out. Oh, and just put fuel only.
Let's see. When we get back green here in any moment, we're going to have 53 laps remaining in the race. You can go 34 laps on fuel, but you don't want to go those 34. You may want to go maybe 25, split this thing in half, and have time to get your way back up through the field.
And that's you brought a good point there, yeah.
On point right now, 25 of Christopher Kuruk and his outside of Brock Potter.
It's set to go back green. Green flag's out, and like you said, that's a good point there too. You know, split this thing up, because we've seen nobody been able to come through the field like gangbusters. You know, it's just a very hard place to come through the field and pass. You want to have enough time to be able to do that also.
Yeah, and here we go, Curtis Preston using those new tires to his advantage on this restart. He's going to shoot on by and take over the lead once again. That 29 car is strong out here tonight.
And I think that's what he wanted right off the bat, was to get out front, get that thing going. And we're seeing that.
We're seeing Andrew Little dice up through some of the cars with older tires.
Well, you remember he pitted right there on that caution too. So see the number looks like the number 2 machine right there, and the 25. Now he's the one up there with the older set of tires out of all of them. So we'll have to see what he does. And go back here in the back real quick. Kevin, remember we was talking earlier and just not making up ground. I got a feeling that once you get hard in traffic, it's so hard to get through the field and pass cars.
It most definitely is, and as you can see right in front of Kevin, you got a heap of load of cars in a pack, almost like miniature Talladega. So, and we know how Talladega is. If you get marred in the back of a pack, you just gotta make it one hole at a time.
And this is not what Kevin wants to see right now in front of him there. He's just got a slew of machines side by side, and a little contact there. That's not what he wants to have happen either. I mean, you know, you say you might be fast, but you still got to be careful coming through the field.
Oh, wow, he saved that. That was, wow, Lewis got real sideways, got tagged by the number 82 in turn 3, and I don't know how he saved that.
Deal.
They almost saw.
Let's see, I was looking here at the 25 machine who was up front earlier, who was the one that was on probably the older set of tires. He's fallen all the way back to 10th. And Kevin, you know, I think what he's banking on is, remember, he came in and he put 4 tires on. If he knew there's no chance for him to even get up front to compete if he would have stayed on those older set of tires and battle for the lead.
Yeah, good battle for the lead. You got number 2, Zach Schreitnell, looking right there. He's got it out of turn 4, and Curtis is gonna look back on the high side. Just has the room. He stole the line.
Yes, he does.
They're gonna go door to door into turn 1 and 2. Zach is gonna have momentum on the bottom and just hold off and slide job.
Absolutely. So the 95 machine right there behind him. He's trying to see if he can't roll in there. You got Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, but down on the inside, crossover. Here comes the 2 machine up high. They're still going door to door out of 4. Those little contact drag race to the line. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be 29 machine? Yep, he's going to hang on to it.
And there's another 2x2 right behind him for top 4 between Matthew Rush and my bad. Number 3 is Rob Fitzpatrick and Andrew Little right behind him.
Well, I'll tell you what, the high lane is coming into play.
Almost have 2x2 for the first 3 rows of this race.
We do. Kevin has been able to utilize those 4 tires and be able to maintain and get back up to 6. So he's hoping it in the wall up front there. You saw it. The number 2 machine tags the wall a little bit. That leaves the 95 driving up under him. Here comes Andrew Little to the inside.
Kevin, that's what Kevin needed, is for them to make a little mistake, just like we seen. He's now closed up to this pack. Look at this. This is a pack race, baby.
That's awesome out front. The 29 machine still leading it there. Behind him, you still got door-to-door action. Kevin's utilizing that top lane. He's up on the high side. He's going to scoot on by Andrew Little for the moment. He gets a little cut off there by the 3 machine as everybody goes single file.
Yeah, right now, single file. I think they all realize, hey, Kevin's catching us, boys. We need to calm it down up here and hold him off.
coming up to the front there. You still got that number 29 machine out front. Top two guys going to go nose to tail. Kevin's in a battle there with a 3 down low. Old 17 slaps the wall. We've seen that all night long. Guys get a little tight, get up there, and the wall snaps out and bites them.
Yeah, seen that a couple of times. Sparks will fly when you smack that wall.
So far, very, very good battle throughout all these guys. Now we're going to see, as you see, the top 4, 5, they're going to all go single file here. And I think that's what they're, they've kind of settled down a little bit. Let's go behind them here and see what's going on. Let's go back to about 13th place spot. Got to get a little, actually, you got to go a little further back there. Go about 15th place spot. They're going side by side.
Yeah, you got Chris there in the 25 and 21. He's a lap down, one of the 2 lap down guys. Then you got Mr. Travis in ARCA, name for the number 6 Valvoline car.
Yeah. Good run by these guys so far. Going out there just trying to be patient, then what they can get. Going to close in here, lap 99. I'm with you. I think you got to look here with around lap 110 maybe. Start looking at pit stop.
Right,
yeah, to give yourself enough time to get back up front, or try to at least get back up front.
Yeah, and you almost see some bumping right here for the 4th place. Kevin's just in a sandwich of guys of team in front of their name.
Yeah.
Not Kevin's on a team, or he just got a luck of drawing joined after we removed the name of the team.
Yeah, he did. And you can just see right there, too, he dove down on the inside there of the number 95 machine. But like all night long, after a while, that inside groove just cannot make the pass, all the way through the turn. Unless you get it, kind of going in, it's just been hard to pass or complete the pass on the inside later on.
Yeah, you almost have to get enough of a gap, and you don't. Oh, we got a caution.
We do. Not sure who it is either. 14. 14's involved in it, so go back on him and see. I don't know if he was the cause of it or if
He's
see what it is. We're watching the replay here. Across the line, he's going into turn 1. Down low with the 52. And sliding up the track. Like him and the 52s locked horns, and they know they're around.
Yeah, they did.
Father forgot to tell him, you ain't clear yet.
Okay, now, Jeff.
All
We
right.
are at 40 to go. When we get back green, we're going to probably have around 36 laps to go, 35 laps. Are you worried about fuel? If we get
I
30
see that.
laps,
Yeah, that's
then we'll
close.
get back green. You're
that's
going to be
close.
pushing the clutch in here. Everybody, you better push your clutch in, start Flintstoning it.
And then you got to worry about green, white checker.
Green, white, checker. Hey, we get green, white, checker. That's going to be... I'll throw a wrench in the bucket.
Pretty much
Definitely
everybody's
come
taking
to
4
tires.
tires. Pretty much everybody except for Andrew. Looked like he only took fuel only, or tires, because he only had 8-second pit stop. Everybody else behind him pretty much took 4 tires, fuel. And I'm like you, it's now. Here's an interesting thing though. Kevin had a set of tires.
Yeah, he only had one set before this caution.
He just took a set there, so he has none. But guys like the 29 and Andrew and all them still have one set left. So I think that last set he was banking to hopefully get a little further up than what he did. This caution kind of threw a wrench in it there on him. But, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that caution just came out at... As a driver, that would have been the worst time to get a caution.
Yeah, because it's just right there on your, right there on the limit of fuel. I mean, you just don't, I don't know if they can stretch it.
If they draft behind the guy, they might be able to stretch it. If they push the clutch in for, like,
You're talking about at least probably like 5 laps. Because you remember the 29 machine out there, the Team SJR. Remember when he pitted before? He pitted with 36 laps in. But you got to count. Remember, that was about 5 laps under before caution early in the race. So he had to pit at lap 36, and we saw a lot of other guys coming in earlier than that. So you're talking about pushing this thing another 4 laps further, at least, even with this caution. So it's basically the same scenario we ran into at the beginning of the race.
Yeah. Whatever 29 did at the beginning, he's just got to replicate that right here at the end if he wants to have a shot. I'm going to be shocked if whoever wins this thing can do a burnout.
I'm going to be shocked if anybody just goes the whole distance. But then again, been fooled many a times. We'll have to see. But we're under caution here for the Ore Central. Our caution here tonight brings it out. Been a very good race, entertaining here, and I think it's going to come down. And all this, obviously, is if we go green. I mean, if there is a caution, let's say within the next 10 laps or so, yeah, you're coming down on pit road, topping it off fuel, no matter what. Now, the other flip side of that is if you got to top it off with fuel anyways, if you got another set of tires, why not stick 2 sets on there? You only got 2. You only got 10 laps on the one side. So for a guy like Kevin, though, he's not got any. There you go. 10 or 15 laps into this run, yeah, if the caution flies, you'll see everybody on pit road. I think if a caution flies, puts us on a green-white checkered, though, there's going to be the interesting, I don't know, that one's going to be interesting.
Yeah, if we get a green-white checkered, you're going to see guys take like half a gallon just to go green-white checkered distance. And that could throw some...
But then again, do you split this up anyways? Fuel only. I mean, tire-wise, you're thinking, okay, I can go tires, but do you split this up and say, here in the next 10 or 15 laps, come in and top it off with fuel and make a pit stop?
You can't do that risk, man. You just gotta...
Yeah, I just don't know if anybody can make it, though. If it goes green.
I'm scared of it. I'm scared for them. I don't know if they can make it. We ran, 6 laps under pace laps? They went in about 4 laps.
Time. Yeah, that's it. I've noticed
We're going to be on it. It's going to be close. It's going to be the guy that is 10 miles per hour off the pace.
Well, we'll keep an eye on some of the times out here and kind of see what some of these guys, we know they've been in the 30-second bracket most of the race. We start seeing them dropping down to the 32s. We know they'll be a little bit, obviously saving the 29 machine there. He's just going to look like he's just going to want to go out. Now, there's another strategy. Try to get out to the lead, get a substantial lead. Don't get up there. Battling with another car would be the worst thing you'd want to do. You want to get out there and hopefully those guys just stay single file, kind of drive, and save as much as they can. Like, for instance, second place car there, number 2, where he's at, it's perfect position. Actually back here, draft, kind of save, but Obviously, he's got to worry about the 9 machine of Kevin to see what he wants to do.
I think Kevin is more in the catbird seat, as he can use 2 cars to pull him and the rest of the field to push him, and he can save even more fuel. And he's gonna look
That's not
down on
saving fuel.
Open out the strategy door in about 2 milliseconds.
But you see what the number 2 machine there did. You see what he's doing. He's not fighting those guys. He's letting them go. Earlier on, you saw him really fighting hard. So that tells me there that he is content to go, okay, I'm going to ride behind you guys and try to save as much as I can, because they're probably going to be very, very close. Kevin up there, on the other hand, though, he's going to want to take it out. Now, let's see what the 29 does. Does he let him go on or get up there and try to fight with him as much as he can? That's a see.
Number 2 played that smart. He wants the rest of the field to pull him around this track and not him be the puller.
And you can see it right there. He's actually going to let that the 5th place car there, the 3, actually maybe scoot on by him. And you see him already traveling up to the top of the track, letting that car just kind of groove on its own, kind of, moment around the place here. And you can already see Kevin drafting on the back end there, the 29. I got a feeling he's probably maybe saving a little bit, just riding his own race. So,
yeah, he's making Curtis seize up his field. Hey, he's gonna dive it on down on the bottom, down in turn number 3. What will Curtis do? Will Curtis do what the 2 did and back off? It don't look like Curtis is gonna fight for it. Right here, it is Curtis. Go get that lap. Very close.
A little couple inches. Now, again, we see these 2 guys up here battling it out. Yeah, that's definitely right there. What they're doing is not fuel strategy saving or tire strategy there for it. But actually, Curtis is better tire-wise now. It's actually what hurt Kevin. And maybe that's another thing that Curtis understands. Kevin's out a set of tires. So if he uses those tires up early, guess what? He's going to be hurt by the end of the race.
You're going to be able to get tires and have better rubber.
Yeah, so Kevin's going to hurt as the run goes on. The more he sits up there and battles with guys like the 95 down there and all that. So, yeah, Curtis and them up there definitely, if they know or if they've been watching how the pits have cycled, sure. So if I'm Kevin, that's another thing you got to think in the back of your mind. All right, I know I'm out of tires. I use them all up right now. 20 or 15, 20 laps to go in this race, I'll be off the pace.
And he's just content on taking over the lead from Curtis, as we got a lap car here that might help out with the drafting fuel strategy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Curtis
almost
right there side drafting, man.
Woo.
Good side drafting there as he sees. Not letting him, gonna let him take that low line, but boy, that high lane, you see the momentum coming out of the turn.
Yeah, and a lap car plays a little bit of dividend here.
And you also, too, there, Corey, where Curtis is on the top side there, going around the high lane, doesn't abuse the tires as much as it does by being on that low line.
It does not. You want to save tires, the closer you get to that wall, the better you save them.
And that's going to help, like I said, the 29 machine up front. So lap car right there, and you see the 95 there. He gets a little draft on him.
Trying to see if he can make room on the bottom and get by the 9, but that ain't gonna happen.
Well, it just shows you how hard it is to pass here. Even there with the lap machine, kind of moving over still, just how long it took him to pass. It's just this place is just not, the lap times are so close. Not, it's a difficult place to get around here.
5 in the wall. Just smacked it coming out of turn number 2.
One.
95.
Yeah, they're up there traveling up there against that high side.
Comes the 3, looking on the outside of the 2 for 4. He's gonna get it at the line.
And
That'll be
good.
Rob Patrick.
I think Kevin has settled down a little bit, falling in behind there. Curtis up front. Those two are just going to kind of maybe ride for the moment. I think he's seen that Curtis is not going to give up that lead, so now maybe it's in his better interest to kind of just hang back a little bit. Let's go back to the back of the pack here, because we got some pretty good racing going on back about around the 14th place spot.
Yeah, there's decent enough battle back here. Yeah, you got Kevin Zabra there in 17 and 84. That would be Mr. I can't read. I can't find his name. We'll just say Team Flyboys for right now.
Yep. There you go. Flyboy.
Daniel Gonzalez, that's his name, the 84 car.
Look at Castro machine he's got. You know what's amazing though is most of the field still running. They only got one car out of the race.
Yeah, and there's a good bit of cars one lap down from earlier in the race where they caught an unlucky caution and messed around with things. But yeah, other than that, only one car out of the race. Well, you're going to see the 75 retire maybe out of this.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, on pit road right now, but still we start with 36 machines, and like you said there, just to still have what it would be a 34 running here, not bad.
No, not too bad for Kansas.
31's coming on pit road.
That made 31. He is okay. He's one lap down. Although that may still be a scheduled fuel pit stop right now, and you see the. Okay, that ain't a car that's racing. The 88.
Well, what I said before is you're getting to the mark now, though, that you pretty much got what you got here. If you can't come into pit road. Yellow flag's out.
Caution.
Caution is. I can see a low 25 machine right up into the 12. I can watch it one more time here.
Yeah, 25 got up in the 12 and looped her on around. Now, this caution is gonna hurt Kevin.
Depends on how many come in behind him. Well, just turned right into him.
Yeah, if the rest of the field has their one set of tires, I think you got 15 laps to go. Curtis is in the worst spot, and Kevin's coming in. Oh wait, no, fakes. Okay, I was about to say. But most of the field is coming in for tires and fuel.
Let's ride with the 29 here and see. You're right, pretty much everybody behind. Well, we know what Kevin's strategy is then. Does not come in. He's going to try to take this thing to the end here. So does the 29 machine? Does he put tires? Yes, he's going 4 tires. Oof, he gets off on the... Not everybody went 4 tires. A couple of the top ones went 2, or just fuel only. Here's the... Now, we saw earlier for Kevin, But then again, it was only 10 lap difference. Now he's looking at about 20 laps,
20.
24 laps, which is getting into huge margin now. We know the 29 can go the whole distance on fuel. Pretty much everybody behind him can go now on fuel. Fuel's not a factor. But can Kevin? There's the thing. Now, this caution will help him, and I think with this caution, he's thinking that he can make it. And, we were unsure before. But let's say if he was only a lap short, then, hey, lap short, he probably could make it then. He could definitely save that on this caution. But his tires would be the other thing. Well, we're going to have to see. Before, 10 lap difference wasn't that huge, but does a 24 lap difference make a huge? Got to look at the other two cars right there behind him. 112 machine and number 2 machine. Remember, they just looked like they took fuel only. Actually, the 29's the first one to 4 tires on back. And it's all going to depend on 2 here, Corey. And that number 29 machine, can he get around them other 2? If he gets held up, that's going to benefit Kevin.
Yeah, I just don't think there was enough people that stayed out to help Kevin. There's just too few people, and the 29 is going to line up on the outside lane where you want to be at Kansas, and I just have a feeling he's going to be able to take it 3 wide down in turn number 1 and blow the doors off.
Hopefully that'll be the way. That's the plan. Definitely be the plan there. Whew. Be interesting. It's going to be a crucial start here. We'll have to see what happens. The caution here for the Ore Central. Definitely appreciate them guys, man, coming on board. Up the caution, title caution sponsor for us here tonight.
Don't forget, we got $25 going to the winner tonight, so
yes,
somebody's going to have to do some slide jobs for that.
Absolutely. Caution here for those guys right there. Or Nissan Central. Going to be interesting here at the end of this one, because 14 to go. We go back green. It's going to probably be about 13, 12 to go. Haven't got enough fuel to make it the entire distance. Got enough tires to hold them off. I've said track position can be huge. Also,
track position can be huge. Tires can be huge.
Yeah, it also going to be on what those 2 cars behind him do. If they get side by side anyway, start battling, and hold up that 29, yeah, he's going to have to be aggressive on this start, I think.
Yeah, the entire top 3 is just going to have to be real aggressive as well. The 3 that didn't take any tires / only took fuel. I mean, those top 3, they got a lot, especially the top 2, the 29 lining up right behind the front row there. That 112 has a lot of pressure behind him, being one of the cars that don't have fresh rubber.
Well,
How
top 3
does he do it? Does he just stick it right in the wall and hope the 29 can't get through the middle? And so we got 12 laps. We got
tire spin can come into play too. I mean, all 3 of those guys up there, remember tire spin, so
yeah, tire spin.
Yeah, man, I tell you. Well, either way, I have to answer our questions here shortly. Is pace cars coming out of turn 4 into the hard left turn off on pit road. We're about to set to go. Green flag here at Kansas. About 12 to go here tonight. Come to it. Green flags in the air. And yeah, they had to start really slow on that one.
Yeah, Kevin got a pretty good jump though. That might help if the 112 and the 2 hold 29 and 59 off long enough, but I don't think they can do it. 29's is going to dive under the 112, and he's going to get that spot real easy. They're going to get under the two, both 59 and 29. And they're just going to say sayonara.
And I think and I'm with you here, Corey. I think it's pretty much Kevin's a sitting duck where he's at. There's no way he's holding off those older tire or newer tires. You could see it. I knew early on when he did that pit strategy, this might come back to bite him, and you see it right there. They're just going to blow right by him.
Yeah, they just blew Kevin's doors off that. And their tires just, it wasn't going to work. Now it would have helped if it was a green-white checkered.
Well, even then, though. I mean, because they caught him within the first lap. So.
Yeah, they did catch him in the first lap.
Yellow's out.
Another yellow.
Want to be number 17. They're back there slapping off the wall. Back here and see what happened again. Off the tail end of it there. They're 3 wide, but yeah. They're 3 wide back there, and the 17's right there behind it, up against the wall, and down the back stretch there. See here. Oh, slower car, and he had to kind of just get off of it. Oh, slaps the wall, just kind of ricochets off.
Yeah, tough break for Zap there.
So, here's the thing. Kevin pretty much, the pit stops bit him at the end. And we kind of felt like the tires would, ultimately. No sets there. If he would have stayed on his same strategy that he'd been doing, and I think he gambled on that one, with the one stage caution, putting 4 tires, hoping that he probably could get to the front. And he just too far back in traffic to do it. And at that point, pretty much, using up all the tires, has done. And you can just see 24 lap older tires as opposed to new tires, just not going to be able to put up much of a fight.
No, he is not.
And then we got to still think here, though, which now I think everybody's pretty safe now. I mean, he should be safe as far as fuel with the cautions we've had. I would have thought if it would have went green, that would have been the question of, does he have enough for fuel? But brings up the other question here. 29 got enough to get around that 52 Who Me machine up there, or Captain Clutch behind him? He pull it off.
Does his teammate in the 95 there just say, forget about being a teammate, I'm taking $25 away from you.
And maybe all 5 of them wrecks, and Kevin's going, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we got Team Ray Brand sitting there in the 5th place, the 89.
But yeah, Team Who, Clutch, and Ray Band's kind of the odd man out, because you got SJR teams in 7th, 4th, and 2nd. They could ever get lined up, they might be able to kind of slingshot around some of these guys here. Look at that, he got a throwback to Atari, number 16 machine.
I see that.
Awesome black on there.
Number on it, but
yeah, that's that paint thing again.
don't watch TV tonight, play it. That's what it says on the back bumper of it.
That's right. I do. Love games.
Yeah. New Call of Duty coming out here.
Yeah, I know. We still wait a year.
Yeah, new console and everything. I wish you would have waited.
Yeah, I wish they would have waited maybe a year on that. Far off talking about the race, but I wish they'd have waited maybe that too. All right. Develop it up a little bit or whatnot. Well, yeah. Every year cycle. Got some new content coming out for iRacing too. I think they got a new LMP coming and some new grass. some new grass. With
Nashville Speedway.
yeah,
Fairgrounds. Nashville Fairgrounds.
yeah, fair. Everybody's talking about the grass though.
I like the grass. Mom.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna have to go out there and mow it. Joe, that's your job.
I mean, yeah. When they did that, I was like, really? Grass.
The number one priority.
I mean, well, you know, visual-wise, sure, it makes visuals, you know, that's cool. I mean, how much grass, though, is there on a racetrack? That's the thing.
I'm going 200 miles per hour. My least worry is if the grass is 2
Well, I
inches
mean, you see like most racetracks. I mean, they're cut almost like golf courses, you know, and usually they're etched in with sponsors and stuff like that. Usually, you don't have tall style grass that's moving around. If you do, it's on the outside of the racetracks, you know, or whatnot, where you, like you said, you wouldn't even see one. I mean, it's a visual thing. I mean, that's cool. You know, either way, I would have maybe have decided on more visuals of the cars or something, or maybe like I will. I tell you, the one update that I think really will set iRacing apart from a lot of the other sims or aid, whatever you want to call them, will be when they actually bring weather change. Obviously the rain and all. When iRacing is actually able to implement that and implement it well, because you know there are a multitude of other sims and stuff out there that do it very well. Obviously, set of course it comes to mind.
So does that mean we're gonna have rainouts for the NASCAR?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, but
we could.
What I'm meaning about it is the visuals of some of those are very, very high, and I really feel like that's really going to set iRacing, especially the roadside, like for the 24 hours or anything, the real races they do, really going to set them apart. Then obviously, like what you said, could it be an aspect on the oval side here, like we have with the green-white checker? Oh, clouds are rolling in, you know, because I already do have dynamic weather, cool weather.
Dynamic skies, yeah.
Yeah. So as we go back green here, so you know, could have like, you know, overcast coming in. There's a chance, maybe have like a word to be like, oh, there's maybe a 20-30% chance or something, or rain, and guys might have to think about that. Gonna end the race halfway or keep going, red flag, blah blah blah. So either way, go back green, see what happens. Oh, car around.
Oh, car around. That would be the show of.
Yeah.
The show of
12. Actually, I am looking at him as the. Trying to find him on the track here.
Oh boy, we got a battle going for the lead. We got 3-car battle. That 90, that 29 snuck on in, stole it.
3 wide coming out of it right there in the turn.
Turned in up 3 wide for the lead. 95 almost got his nose cut off by the 3.
Turn your mic off.
What?
Up front, the 3 machine coming down low. Gonna go door to door. This is what we want to see.
Door to go.
29 gonna be able to get it done.
Just too wide all the way around this track. Here comes the 89 sneaking his way in.
It is. So we're going to come up here on the white flag. That'll be the Sheffield Graphics white flag here as they come out of turn 3 and 4. Yellow's out.
Green, white, checkered, yellow.
Oh, who do we got?
Oh.
Who we got? Let's see. The number 5 flies back on. And it looks like the 24 bounced off the wall. And when he did, the 5 machine had nowhere to go.
As I was saying on the restart, number 12 shot into the grass.
Yeah, I was trying to find him, but his
I
number's
can't-
different
I know.
on. There he is, 12.
Craig Burns.
Pit road.
Yeah. His name is Craig Burns. I knew it. Just didn't know.
He actually got turned. All right.
Yeah, he did. Oh, boy.
Restart. I'm gonna go back on a restart here and see what happened to Craig. Watch it. If he just didn't get up to speed. No, it was right there, and coming out of 4 here on the restart. 22's right behind him. And oh, he went and he had to check up. When he checked up to 22, tried to go on the inside and just flipped him on the rear. Looked like the 12 machine there, Craig, was trying to maybe anticipate the start. Didn't have to, and he had to get heavy on the brakes. And when he did, the 22 machine behind him had to go to the outside and kind of got him, clipped him.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Ouch.
Tough break for green
White
light
check.
checker number 1. 1 of 2. We could still have a second green light checker tonight. And remember, $25. 25 smackaroos to the winner tonight.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Now you tell me, Joe, if it's 25 to win and you're in second place on the back bumper of a guy, are you bumping him here at Kansas?
You know, I'm all for the bump and run. You know, I am. But at this track, it's so fast. You're really not going to end up doing a bump and run. You're going to end up wrecking him, pretty much. It's now if I could get door to door with him, maybe you know rub some door to door with him. You know, it's risky to do the bump and run here.
Well, we seen Timmy Hill do it to William Byron back in Texas when the real NASCAR drivers ran on iRacing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done. Just you take a big gamble, these kind of speeds. It's got to be finesse doing that bump and run. I mean, it's not because you're basically just hitting him and hoping you send him into the turn with too much momentum and it shoves him up the track. Here, you're already going into that thing pretty fast. And if you get out of whack, you're going to end up going up into a wall. So, I don't know. I'm not going to intentionally wreck someone.
I'd probably bump him for $25.
Yeah. If I could safely do it, I would. Again, I'm not going to wreck him.
Well, I try not to wreck you, but if you wreck...
But I'm not going to have that on my conscience. Not good driver sportsmanship, because here's the thing. I will remember that the next time. And a lot of times I'm going to remember it even if we're not racing for 25, that you finish another race. I am that way. I will say that. So
sound the official word out there. Joe wouldn't wreck me, but I would wreck Joe, and then Joe would just remember every time I racing bumper to bumper on the white flag.
Oh, be racing bumper to bumper and 20th. Want to remember it. See, it's one of those deals with me. I remember how you want to race that last time. Boom. How you doing? What's that old saying? Race somebody how they race you? Something like
Yeah,
that.
I believe so.
I've always just been kind of a cautious style person. I mean, like I said, I don't want to wreck anybody out there, and I don't want to see these guys go out there and start wrecking each other. I mean, that's just not good. I don't even like seeing it in a real racing. But again, you can get side by side with them. That's fair game then.
Do a Ricky Craven, a Kurt Busch at Darlington.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, if you
back.
get, that's it, man. He's side by side, then it's fair game. But you know, the guys get up out of that rear quarter panel or something like that, and they clipping a guy, and you taking him out on purpose. That's it. And then you talk about the bump and run. A textbook bump and run is a textbook bump and run. You bump him. You want to bump him as soon right as he's going into the turn, so it actually shoots him up the track some that you're able to just shoot on down and inside. You get side by side with him or make the pass, and either one, you're sitting there going to the line like Logano and Truex wanted to cry about it like a big baby. But that was a textbook bump and run. I mean, Logano, boom, boom, and shot him up the track.
Find out what these guys will do for $25. Green flag is back out. Curtis, man on point.
And it's a good one. He got a good jump there, and he's going to want to see if he can maintain right now. But here's what he wants to see in his rearview mirror. You'd love to see those two guys back there get side by side.
Yeah, and right now they ain't looking to want to go side by side. It looks like Team Humi and Team Clutch are going to want to work together on this to try to get by Curtis.
And he closes the door on him going down in the turn because you saw the draft working right there. And boy, I tell you what, he's all over the back end of him. And it's a battle to the front. White flag.
Sponsored by Sheffield Graphics.
That's right. Oh, Sheffield Graphics.
3 wide for the
up front. And we're already here. Like it says, 3 wide out front. So Sheffield Graphics white flags that come down for the final time in the turn number 3. Who's it going to be?
They're just hanging. I can't tell who's in the lead right now. They're just 3 wide. Is 95 going to look for 4 wide? Who does he help? It's going to be right up the line. I'm too close to call.
59 won it.
59 will take that by 0.002 seconds over Curtis.
Yeah, 0.02. 0.02. Well, it says 0202 on mine and 00 over there with the 3, but go back one more time. Watch it one more time here. Relive the last flag here. The white flag flew. They were 3 wide on into turn 1. And all 3 of those guys obviously had newer tires. I would have thought the 3 would have had the advantage down there because that 95 machine was pushing him for everything he had. Hopefully give him a little bit of draft, but you see the 59 up top right there. They come out of 4. I thought for a moment the 29 machine pulled it off, but no, he didn't. But let's see right here at the line. Wow. See it right there, folks. That's how close it was between the top 3. Wow.
I can't even get the stop picture to stop when they're right at the line. That's how close it was.
That was a close one. Team Who Me pulls it off with the SJR coming in second there. Team Clutch, and what a finish to this one, man. I tell you, that was awesome. Wow.
Yeah, let's see if we can catch a word with our top 3 there after that exciting finish.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Who came in 3rd?
We've got Bob Fitz in 3rd for number 3.
All right, let's bring him down. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Bob, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you.
Holy cow. 3 wide, man.
Oh, man, that was fun. That was crazy, dude. I thought I was gonna be able to get it on that low line, but they must have got the run on the little bit older tires there.
Yeah, that's what we thought up here in the booth. Is you being on the bottom, you had an advantage, and being pushed
Yeah.
on the 95. Man, what
Yeah.
closest finish in history of the league. If I'm correct.
That was crazy, man. I'm still shaking.
So like, how was the rest of the race other than that white flag?
Yeah, I usually sat in around the middle of the pack there, tire managed. I didn't take tires till about 80 tires in, or 80 laps in. I didn't take my first set of tires, so I was way in the back, but I just fought my way.
Yeah, well, that is a very interesting strategy there, man. You had 4 sets out there. You could have done every stage.
Well, I figured I just chalked the second stage up as a loss there, and didn't worry about stage points and wanted to get where I was here at the end. So
yeah. So you got anybody to thank out there?
just a team clutch. We worked together a lot here. Rough day for Matt off the start, but yeah, that's about it. And wife for letting me do this a couple times a week.
That's exactly how you gotta do.
Yeah, thanks guys. You guys have a good one.
Yeah.
There you go, third place man. I tell you what, old Bob did an outstanding job there. Home. You what? Curtis, second place.
Curtis.
Curtis down. Let's go work.
Hey there, Curtis. You got a copy on me?
Yeah, I got a copy on you.
Holy cow. 0.002 seconds at the line. I can't even get it to freeze at that moment. How was your race, man?
It was good right there till the last lap. We finished second, but we had a good car tonight. The SJR boys showed up with some speed tonight. It was good. We've run out front the past few weeks, man. We've had a good car everywhere we showed up. We've been fast. We just ain't been able to finish one, and we had a chance to finish one tonight and just came up a little bit short. Hats off to Travis and Fitz there, man. That was the funnest second place finish I think I've ever had doing this. Disappointed to finish second, but at the same time, man, that was awesome. Great fun.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun finishing in second. I would have taken fourth for all I care if I was out there. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Travis and Fitz, man, for an awesome finish. That was great racing, man. That's what you show up for. That's the kind of stuff you show up at the track for and race for. And got to thank my teammates at SJR, Mike and David and Matt and GT. Without those guys, I don't show up with this kind of speed. I mean, SJR shows up with fast cars week in and week out, not by accident or not by happenstances, because those guys put the work in and make it happen. And thanks to those guys at RSR and you guys for up in the booth, man. It's fun to race in this league. It's a great time, and appreciate all you guys do.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Well, there you have it, folks. Second place guy, Curtis.
Absolutely, and it was a wild one there.
Mr. Travis. No, we didn't. Mr. Travis Everett.
There he is. He moved on us. All right, let's bring down Travis here. Travis, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, did your heart stop beating yet? Because that was close.
No, it's still going about a mile a minute. Couldn't ask for anything better than that finish right there.
Oh, absolutely. I tell you what, 3 wide out of the last turn. I mean, coming there, did you think you were going to be able to pull this thing off? Because there for a little bit, you were up high there.
Yeah, the restart before that, I was pushing 29 a little bit there, trying to give him a little bit of help. And come down that last restart and saw a shot, and I just went for it and ended up working out.
Absolutely. I tell you what, well, that was wild. I mean, did you think, though, on that last stop Are you even going to be on the position to run for the win here tonight?
I thought I had a top 5 car. Ran pretty good. Got caught there early as a lucky dog, and was able to work my way back. All the cars just felt right for me to get back up there with the leaders, and ended up working out.
Oh, no doubt it did. I tell you what, it was thrilling to see, man. You know, 3 machines come across the line there, and like we just said, you're talking about thousandths of a second difference between you and that machine there of the 29, battling all night long. Pulled it off here, though, at Kansas. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to just thank the league for taking me in. GT, he kind of put my name out there for everybody, and then Kevin asked me to come be on his team, and I appreciate him extending that out to me. And good showing for the first run out, first league race with them, first race with the team, and couldn't ask for a better outcome.
Absolutely not. You put a victory lane in a thriller there at the start-finish line. I mean, no doubt about it. First outing out for the team, and hey, who definitely knows coming home with a victory. But again, there, Travis, congratulations on that victory tonight here at Kansas.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
There we go. I tell you what, man, Corey, wild one. That's basically all I can say. That the finish to this one was crazy and was a thriller there. Didn't know who was going to win it coming across the line, but any final thoughts on this one?
Man, I just hope we got an exciting finish for the All-Star next week like we had tonight. I don't know if we can top it.
It's going to be interesting. And obviously, the All-Star, I believe it's a 9-points event there, but man, yeah, that was, who knew it was going to come down like that here at Kansas. But again, folks, hope you all liked it and enjoyed it, man, because that was a thriller there. And the Who Me team bringing it home. They know who they are now. They're winners here tonight. Myself, Corey, and everybody here at the RSR, everyone, have a good night.
Good night.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have